Namaste, Soul Tribe family. Welcome back my way on this divinely guided day. I don't know who's listening to Tupac right now, but I asked my Alexa to play me some music, and Tupac came on. So, message. Okay, somebody's reminiscing. They going back to old school music because that's how we live. We live by the music. Something about that. Okay, family. So let's see what the divine has for us today. What are the messages that the divine needs and wants us to know? And thank you so much for being here in the All the In 1111 Energy Soul Tribe family. Thank you for returning. If you are returning and have yet to subscribe, thank you for tapping into the messages. And if you have already become part of the family, either through subscribing or joining, thank you so much. You are truly appreciated. I am grateful for you. I love you, and the divine loves you. And to the day ones, who are my A ones, I love you. Thank you so much for all that you have done for our space. Thank you for protecting our space. Thank you for keeping the energy high vibrationally. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the encouragement. Thank you for the likes, the shares, the donations. I am truly grateful. Y'all, I don't know what it is, but I feel like because I said, Alexa, play me some music, and Tupac came on. Something about their ambitions as a writer. I forgot the name of the song, but that is currently what is playing. So, and that's interesting because normally Alexa be throwing on some old romantic love music. So I don't know if somebody here in the energy has switched up to like to hell with this. Oh, quick disclosure. Quick disclosure. I do cuss and curse and speak the truth and call out names when guided too, okay? Um, Spirit always says move with grace, tact, and diplomacy. And sometimes my spirit team can't come in. They may not feel graceful to you, but they are definitely graceful for me, especially with that passion. Okay, with passion, something about passion too. Okay, y'all. So let's tap into the energy and thank you so much once again for being here. Divine, at this time, I ask that you continue to keep us protected during this read, all reads, and all the time. I ask that you provide us with clear and concise messages, as well as clarity, guidance, intuition, wisdom, and discernment. Any negativity, any toxicity, any evil being thrown or projected towards myself or the Soul Tribe family, I ask that you return it to sender as we too return it to sender, clearing, canceling it, and releasing it back to the universe as well as we shield our minds, bodies, souls, and vessels from it. Ashe and thank you. All right, y'all. Let's see. Let's see what the energy is. What is the energy this beautiful day? Hopefully, you're well and you're rested, family. What is the energy? Oh, I love y'all though. We have masculine energy here. It says challenges in life are inevitable, but the divine masculine, like the lion, shows resilience in adversity. The universe reminds you that true strength isn't shown in easy times, but when you choose to rise after falling. Okay. So this message could be for divine masculine or many masculine energies. Take it how it resonates. Some of you could be going through some hard times right now, but I feel like Spirit's message to you is the universe reminds you that true strength isn't shown in easy times, but when you choose to rise after falling. Okay. So, masculine energy here, if you feel like you have fallen or something along those lines, you are being advised that your strength really comes from the rise. Okay. All right. And only take it how it resonates, family. Oh, then we got two more. Somebody here is being wow, damn. And y'all, the two that came out, they were in reverse, but Spirit's telling me don't take these in reverse because you have to read them. So I won't. But at this point in time, we have aim for higher and a divine feminine. Okay. Woo, I just got the message. Wow. So there may be a masculine energy that is in pursuit of a divine feminine. This masculine is being advised that if he has failed in this pursuit with this divine feminine, He needs to aim higher. I'm speaking to a masculine energy that I feel like, is not into spirituality the way that a divine feminine is. So therefore, they are not compatible at this time. Let me read this message, okay? So it says, aim for higher. In the current struggle, you may seek quick resolution, but rushing will complicate things. Let go of fixing on the outcome and choose a path of empathy and foresight to overcome the impasse and improve the relationship. hmm A message for the divine feminine. The divine feminine within you is waiting to be awakened. The universe reminds you that this power isn't about outward strength, but inner wisdom and intuition. Embrace your softness and strength to become whole. Okay. Mm. This is giving me the energy, family, that somebody here is dealing with a masculine energy that did not come out as the divine masculine. Now, mind you, I haven't looked at every card. I never do. When I get a deck, I just let the messages come out. So we learn the decks together. Okay. But this isn't a divine masculine. This is just a masculine energy. And something here at the bottom of the deck is coming to a final resolution. It says the challenge you're focused, ugh, the challenge you're facing will be resolved through cooperation with others, though the result may not be exactly what you hoped for. Okay. But working together and starting fresh always brings relief. Okay. So this is giving me the energy, family, that you could be divine feminine in a situation where you're dealing with a masculine energy. This may be a relationship. This could be a boss figure. Okay, so it's a relationship of some side. Clear my crown down, please. Thank you, Spirit. It is a relationship of some kind, but it may not be a romantic relationship. It could just be a relationship where you are having to interact with a masculine who, may be feeling like you might be stronger than them in some aspects of life. They may have been turned down. You may have recently turned down a masculine who was trying to show you some sort of attention or something like that. And this masculine is kind of in their feelings. Okay. They're feeling like they've been cut down again by you, but this energy doesn't realize it's not you cutting them down, it's spirit cutting them down. Because spirit knows that they're a masculine and you're a divine feminine. So the two are not, that's interesting. The two are not compatible. Tell me more about this divine masculine from this deck, please. And thank you. Please and thank you. Tell me more about this divine empathy. So somebody here, this masculine is saying, I will provide emotional support and always try to understand you. See, that's what it is. They're going to always try to understand you, but until they're on your level, they won't be able to, but they will be providing some sort of emotional support and always try to understand you. Okay. Tell me more about this divine masculine, please, from this deck, please, and thank you. Thank you for the messages thus far. Health. I'm here to support your journey towards wellness and balance. Okay. So, this masculine energy, I feel like this is somebody that could help you out with possibly your eating habits, a workout habit, whatever it is that you want to do. They're supporting you, but they're giving me this energy that they are not trying to move towards um, your beliefs. And this may be something that they are regretting now. Okay. I'm disappointed with how things went with us. Yep. And I wish I could change the past. Yeah. So there is a masculine energy here, family, that feels like, maybe they did not match your energy, or there was something missing, or you just basically turned them down. They don't really understand or understand that it wasn't really you, it was your spiritual team. You may have picked up on some things or just, got a download that this person wasn't for you, but that doesn't mean they couldn't be your friend. But they are somebody that's empathetic towards your journey. They also see how you are focused on your health, mentally, emotionally, financially, possibly, all other aspects positive when it's pertaining to your health. And I feel like, as date flips out, I feel like they may be regretting possibly your interaction. Maybe someone here is wishing they had taken you on a date versus something else. They may be coming in to ask to take you on a date. It says, I like you and I would love to get together and learn more about you. Yeah, this is somebody that is in support of you. I am here to support and elevate you while expecting nothing in return. Okay, take that how it resonates. They may be expecting something in return. Only you know what's going on in your life. Flip the roles as you see fit. Okay. All right. Tell me more about this aim higher. Yeah, I feel like a masculine is being advised to aim higher, but in order to do so, he's going to have to get on that divine feminine energy. Yeah, so we have somebody here that is being advised to aim higher. They may have felt like you were unfriendly, okay? They may have felt that you were keeping your guard up and you guys aren't friends. They may even have a hostile attitude, or they may feel like you have a hostile attitude. Because a lot of people can't deal with rejection, or the word no is triggering for a lot of narcissists. That's what I'm picking up on. I feel like this energy right here is still stuck in between narcissism. They often lie a lot too. I just heard that. Like they will lie. They will try to sit up here and say, oh, well, I'm the reason you got that idea. And you're looking like, what the fuck are you talking about? I didn't even know you when I came up with this idea type energy. Okay. I feel like this person could have been collaborating, though. It says we are aligned. We are aligned in our purposes. Let's combine forces and help each other succeed. But I don't feel like there was a collaboration with you, Divine Feminine. I feel like this was a collaboration with an op. And right when I said op, the phone chime confirmation. Yeah, this was a collaboration with an op. Okay. And something is being brought to closure at this time. It says it's time to resolve unfinished business and move forward in our lives. And that's exactly what it is. So you have identified the op in the camp. Okay. This person may very well be an op. They may have very well been working with the opposition. Okay. Final message for this present current energy. They're desperate. Yep, they're desperate. They're in some sort of a bind. They may not want you to really know about it, and they could be acting irrationally. Mhm. Oh boy. Okay, Divine Femme. All right. So, yeah. And Divine Feminine, this is somebody from your past. Yeah. It says the weight of what happened between us still lingers. I am not yet over our past. Yeah, this is somebody from the past that you dealt with. There was some sort of obligation here at the bottom of the deck. They could have been obligated to try to get into your energy field because of some sort of contract or something someone they've partnered with. It says you're a nuisance. I feel obligated to associate with you. That is funny. So somebody could have sent somebody towards you because they felt they were the ones that was going to be able to get close to you. They feel like you're a nuisance, possibly because of your godly aura. Okay. They could also be feeling like you're a nuisance because you speak the truth that so many don't want to speak. But it's funny because you'll speak the truth, they won't resonate, and then they'll turn around and give you a story about the truth you just spoke and their story of how your truths you spoke are in direct correlation with their story. But this is a narcissist, so they don't see that. All they see is what happened to them, but they don't hear the truths that you spoke pertaining to what gang stalkers do, what people do that cut you, that are cutthroat, backstabbers, denying, you know what I'm saying, the things that are often done in our society today, because you do have people, family, that they weren't raised to fight fair, obtain things the right way. They were raised to, if you can get over, do it. If you can find some sort of faster way to get something done, do it. They don't want to do things the proper way. Okay. I feel like this is somebody that is used to, um, not following the rules, not following, the path that is laid out. Like, this is, for example, right? Let's say, there's this car wash they're hiring, and they're like, hey, you can get into our manager program. But in order to get into the manager program, first you got to get to the job. And then once you get the job, you're registered into the managing program. And then they train you for 2 years to become a manager. But the 2 years they're training you, you're still doing all of the car wash things that the regular employee is doing. And then, that's the process, right? Well, let's say there's just somebody, they got a friend, and boom, they're just in the manager program. And 2 months in, they're a manager. Mhm. This type of energy. Or there's somebody that is riding off the coattails of other people's ideas. Hmm. And in doing so, this would be sabotaging. Somebody could have been sent in to sabotage you. It says, I'm deliberately working to undermine. Wow, that's crazy. I just said that. Undermine your efforts and place obstacles in your path. Okay. So this is a masculine energy that you could be dealing with. This could be a coworker. This could just be a friend. Like, y'all are just really friends or associates or acquaintances. Because I feel like you really don't know this person like that, but they know that you're on top of your game, or for on top of whatever it is you're doing. And I say game, the reason I say game, because it's easier than it's everything. Okay. You're on top of whatever it is that you're doing that you have to do in order to take care of yourself. Bottom line. Okay. Bottom line. And if you're a divine feminine, then you're probably out here giving out some sage advice. All right. Because sage advice here says, my wisdom is rooted in experience and I can offer a fresh perspective. That's how you move, and that's what you do. You don't always offer that, okay? But when sought, you do, okay? And I feel like there is a masculine energy that, they're looking for a shortcut to something. Yeah, spirit wants you to check in. Mhm. Spirit wants you to check in. Somebody may also want you to check in, or they could just be checking on you to make sure that you're doing well and to see where you stand, okay? Only take what resonates. Let's use this deck for this divine mass. What's going on? Yeah. There could be somebody here trying to coordinate some sort of love, care, tolerance, because you're in the spotlight, the limelight, you have some sort of audience, there's some sort of self-absorbed energy here. That's that narcissistic energy I was picking up on. Like, this is somebody that is very self-absorbed. Okay. But they want to coordinate some sort of love connection or some sort of friendship, caring connection. But it's almost as if you'd have to tolerate their arrogance, their ego, or their ugh, narcissistic ways, which that ain't gonna happen. But they want to come in and make this connection with you because you're in the spotlight or limelight or audience. You have an audience of some sort. But this person is self-absorbed. And you may be enlightened to that, family, okay, because of your experiences, because you could also be a prophet. So you are someone who sees. You're a seer too. You could be a seer. I feel like, someone's being advised to aim higher, because when they're coming at you, they're coming at someone who's extremely enlightened, very educated. And when I say educated, I mean you have access to your Akashic records, and you also may be street and book educated, 3D realm, and you're also a prophet. They gonna damn sure have to come higher. Ah, they gonna have to aim higher. Oh, shit. Yes, because you're not falling for any more spiritual attacks at the bottom of the deck. Okay. You're not falling for any more spiritual attacks. The karma, okay, that you have been experiencing over this lifetime, this period, it has been like a bunch of piano keys. This is what I'm hearing. It has been like a bunch of piano keys on a piano. It has been very sketch, white and black energy. Okay, yin and yang energy. There's been the white and black come together to make the color gray. It's been a very gray area for you when you were dealing with these spiritual attacks. But now that you know what it is, you have become others' inspiration and you're able to create things. And that's funny because music, okay, something about the music, okay. Some of you could be reviewing or going back to music you grew up to in the early 80s, 90s era. And this is reminding you of the spiritual attacks that you were under so that you can identify them. Because it says here divine intervention and facing their demons. Yeah, somebody's got to face their demons before coming towards you because you're not falling for any more spiritual attacks. You have been an inspiration to this person, possibly. Okay. That's why they want to tap in or come in some sort of collaboration or coordinate with you in order to get to possibly where they want to be. I don't know what you do. Okay. You can be somebody. Okay. I don't know if you're in marketing. I don't know. I heard marketing. So you could be somebody that can help someone market their brand or something like that. Or be someone's creative spark. Okay. But the fact that you're not falling for any more spiritual attacks, they're going to have to find a different approach. They're going to have to aim higher. They're going to have to level up. Hmm. One moment, family. Yeah. I feel like this energy does know that because see, they keep pressuring you, and they're the area that they're pressuring you in, you're not interested. You're not interested, yeah, because you could be this lectern out here. You could be someone that does lectures or gives lectures. You're a public speaker, or you have some sort of influence here, but it's leadership, influence, and decision making. And I almost said digital makings. Okay, so you could also be into creating some sort of digital content. Interesting. Yeah. Your lectures are based off of your spiritual influence. So you're a leader who influences possibly a spiritual community in making proper decisions when interacting with energies. You're very faith-based, spiritual or religious. Take it how it resonates. Most of my family were spiritually connected, but many are also still denominationally connected. Okay. It doesn't mean there's anything against that. It's all about your heart. Okay. What's really in your heart? Only you and the divine creator knows that. All right. And that comes out. Yes, you have a podium. Look, and wow. And then on the split at the other side, yeah, you have a podium, divine feminine. You have a podium. And your podium is used to educate and bring forth knowledge and growth for those who are on their spiritual journey. You are held in high value. You could be Empress energy. Something about you being very beautiful inside and out, and you're abundant and confident both inside and out. Okay. Somebody could see you as being sexy as well. Okay. Yeah. And you've been mountaineering, okay? You didn't get here because it was a walk in the park. You got here through perseverance. You got through here through adversity, overcoming challenges. You got here through being tough, toughness. Okay. Tell me more, spirit. Yeah. See, there's something now. You know what, y'all? This I'm not gonna front. This card stay coming out. Spirituality, faith, and spirituality and runes. Let me, you know what? Because with the runes, there's something about these, and we're gonna tap in to see what these runes are. Because I don't, I don't have no runes, but we're gonna see what they are to make sure I to make sure I ain't got no runes. Because I'm like, why keep coming with this? Okay, let me see something. Oh, really? So these are letters. Runes are letters in a set of alphabets used by Germanic peoples primarily for writing. Oh. So the message decks are runes. Okay, I guess I got a lot of runes. Okay. I was like, why? Okay. Bingo, there it is. All right. You may have a lot of rooms within your messages, within the decks that you have. Okay. Hold on. Let me continue, y'all. Yes. Okay. Your message decks could be used to provide messages, to write out a story, letters, whatever the case may be. So you do have a lot of rooms. I guess we all do. And those are for you who I'm picking up on are divine feminines that are tapped into your spirituality. You may also be a painter, okay? You may use brushes here, creative art and innovation, okay? You may speak through your paintings. Somebody's paintings have a lot of meaning to them, okay? Something about an artist with paintings that have a lot of meaning to them. They speak to the masses, all right? So you could be someone who expresses yourself through delivering messages through the different decks. You could fall in alignment with oracles. You could fall in alignment with tarot. You could fall in alignment with both. There's channelers out there. There's seers out there. You could be a combination of a seer and a truth speaker, and you use decks to do this. Yeah. Somebody here is very determined and persistent. They're still holding on. Okay. Something with this flowers and gifts. Tell me why this is here. Tell me why this is here. Determined. Who's determined? Sailboating, vision planning, the long haul. Somebody may now take it how it resonates. It could be this masculine energy. They are determined on wedding you or having your hand in marriage because they see the vision and they're planning for a long haul. This might be why the divine is telling them they're going to have to step their game up when coming towards you. They need to aim higher because right now I feel like this is an energy that may have been dibbling and dabbling with energies that are not on your level. And therefore, those energy attachments are still attached to this energy. Ooh, that was a lot of energy, wasn't it? Energy, energy, energy. There's somebody out here, y'all, that still has an attachment to possibly toxic energies. Okay. And they can't come towards you because you will not be in the Three of Swords, Three of Pentacles energy. You're not trying to be in cooperation with anything that has other things attached to it, especially on a relationship level. Yeah, on the split, you're here to avoid that because then we have 1111 out here. Yeah, there's a runner and a chaser, and everything happens in divine timing. See, you're avoiding all three of anything. You're not in any sort of situationships, relation, nothing like that. Okay, you're not in any entanglements. You're avoiding that. Your spirit team is keeping your energy away from that, okay? Somebody could be feeling guilty that they tried to approach you this way again, because this could be a twin flame, someone that you will learn a lesson from. Okay, there's a runner and a chaser here. You might be the runner. Okay, there might be someone chasing. Okay, but either way it goes, your spiritual team is not about to play with somebody that is dealing with someone else And they may think they're pulling the wool over your eyes, family, but they are not pulling the wool over your spiritual team's eyes. Something about, yeah, your spiritual team flies high like a kite, so they could see everything. Even though you may be in the 3D playing realm, playing field, right, where you're seeing things horizontally, your spiritual team is seeing things above the fray. Yeah. They're the ones that have been balancing out those scales for you, okay? Hmm. I feel like somebody is feeling like if they got into your energy, they'd be able to manifest something in divine timing. But yeah, your dreams and your freedom from the chase came from the Most High. The Most High balanced out your scales. The Most High brought equality, justice, and rights, or cleaned up some wrongs to make some rights in your life. Okay, only take it how it resonates. Okay, if you have not yet experienced this energy yet, okay, it could be something that is coming in the future, or it already happened in the past. But I'm also picking up on a lot of energies here that are constantly revisiting their past, okay? Regrets, reminiscing, okay? Somebody could be out here missing you, only take it how it resonates. But for the energies that I'm picking up on that keeps reminiscing or revisiting their past, is something about you needing to let that go. And also be careful of the words that you speak over your life, and also be careful of the words that you speak towards others, because with those intentions, you don't know the power of that other energy, and that other energy could return your negativity to you. Message for somebody. Yeah, because this energy is not playing around when it comes to their independence, their autonomy, or their freedom. So for whoever has been trying to rekindle something through reminiscing and regrets and not fully healed and coming towards someone like a divine feminine, that divine feminine is going to pick up on that. We're going to pick up on the jealousy. We don't care about the nationality, because jealousy be coming from our own people. Take it how it resonates, okay? But you could be listening and reading things, and you see the energy that it's trying to send out. Just return it back to sender with the same intent that it was sent to you. They'll understand what happens in their life afterwards. You feel me, family? Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay, let's get one more. Yeah. People out here being stubborn, bossy, selfish, and inflexible. And this is this energy. These are the energies that do not want to do the work. I'm telling you. These are the people that have never really had to do the work, or they have never had the discipline to do the work. It takes discipline to show up every day. It takes, and not just for yourself, but for others. Okay. There's somebody here that wants something without really showing up wholeheartedly with pure, clear intention. And they're stubborn. They're stubborn to this energy because that's their energy. They don't want to change it. They feel that it's been working for them this whole time. Well, if they haven't noticed, we are in a very changing time. Somebody's going to have to realize that their stubbornness is not going to get them anywhere. Okay. Yeah. Because you're free, you're expanding, and you're borderless. And whatever it is, family, you are deeply rooted in stability and growth. So, anybody trying to come into your energy field, if they are not radiating that type of energy, they don't have a chance with you. And flip the roles as you see fit. You could be a divine masculine out here going through this, okay? You could be a divine masculine in tune with divine feminine energy. Take it how it resonates, all right? Yeah. And then I look over at this deck and this bad boy sticking up lovers. Yep. Somebody wants to be a feminine energies lover. And this is how they feel that they will be content. That's interesting. Listen, I'm picking up on somebody, they don't care to change. They just want to be with you because they feel like whatever it is that you bring, it will help them. That's like opposites. That's that duality energy. Opposites coming together for a common goal. But see, this person here is not spiritual and they are not religious either. They may be atheists. Yeah. See, they see your generosity, they see the charity, the love that you give to others, whether it's just through, your kindness, the way you are, but this is what they see. hmm And they feel like if they got that in their life, your philanthropy energy, your generosity, your charity, and your love, that's all they need. Feels to me like somebody does not want to be the gardener in their own life. They don't want to water their own plants and trees. They want it to be watered by you, maybe because they feel like there's no potential growth if they do it. They're looking at you as being the guardian. Look, and they give zero fucks about it too. This is somebody that doesn't want to do the work. Yeah. They may even feel like they could be being initiated through you without doing the work. I said, this is like somebody to me that wants to come in and be in your life to obtain and reap the benefits and rewards. I cannot make it up. It's a masculine. Yeah. Reap the benefits and the rewards of possible protection, security, and guardian, or maybe this masculine, flip the roles. This masculine could be tied in like this. They're not willing to be in your spiritual realm, but they're tied into something. Mm. Or they're connected to protection, security, guardianship, or they feel you're protected or you're connected. Mm. They could feel you're connected to the protection, security, guardianship, police energy, policing energy. Yeah. And something about these innovations here. Somebody has done some research. Maybe, there's been some sort of high authority figure that has done some sort of innovative research. They could have done some sort of experiment. I can hear you guys saying MK Ultra right now. Somebody is saying MK Ultra. Okay. Yeah. Somebody could be mirroring here, self-reflection, awareness, and clarification. Someone is getting clarity on things. A lot of people are now just waking up to projections and how they work, I'm hearing. A lot of people didn't know that that was actually a thing. Interesting. Huh. Somebody here could be waking up to projections. Yeah, they didn't know it was a thing. Sunrise in the reverse at the bottom, which is light in being in dark. Yeah, and they didn't know it was a thing. I cannot make it up. It says awakening consciousness and revelation. Somebody didn't even know that projection mirroring was a thing. Damn. And a detective has found this out and a doctor has confirmed it. Yeah, hands on. I can't make it up. Somebody went through some sort of hands on training to realize that mirroring is possible. It is a thing. Maybe this changed their perceptive, their observations. They've been able to actually analyze it in their own lives. There's been a doctor that has confirmed that as well. There's been a doctor that has confirmed that many people have been able to heal themselves once they found out about spiritual warfare. This was hands on. This is like a hands on experiment, or somebody, MK Ultra. That's why I heard that. Okay. This is like a hands on experiment. People are starting to come together in solidarity and support because they're learning about these things really existing. Mm, okay. Final message. Messages. Okay. Yeah, I can't make it up. Folks been living a double life while you've been pure, noble, and beautiful both inside and out. So now they're starting to realize where the liars are and the deceptive and the deception and the decepticons in their relationships are. You help somebody figure that out. Yes. Hmm. Somebody could have been dealing with somebody that they thought was pure and noble and beautiful inside and out, and they're finding out through something you're doing or something, however you're showing up, they're starting to find out that what they've been dealing with hasn't really been as pure, noble, and beautiful as they thought. Damn. That's a rude awakening. Ooh, wee. Especially somebody who spent a lot of time with someone. Mm-mm. Yeah. Ooh, look, you're showing somebody who they're with. It could be a police officer, a doctor, a lawyer. There could be many that have come together to figure out this mirroring thing, and you showed up as the white rose and the red rose again. Someone who's tough, beautiful inside and out, and persevering. You persevered through a lot. You have a lot of perseverance. Yeah. And that's why opposites attract. There's lessons here. It's not your usual type of lesson though, but there is some sort of different spiritual beliefs here. I'm telling you. Hmm. And this could be an ex, okay? It could have been somebody that was unfaithful. It could have been somebody that wanted you to be in a love triangle. Either way it goes, it could be an ex in question, or in that. And then I'm also picking up the energy. They were never even an ex. Oh, let me be quiet, but I don't want to put your business out there. This could have been just somebody that you may have had a one night stand with, or a one day stand with, or something like that. And that was before you were healed. You realized you didn't need this energy. They realized it too. Whew. Yeah, because you're the light. You're the healing, you're the health, and you're the care. And this opposite attraction knows that now. Okay, family? So I'm going to leave this message here for you. Hopefully it resonates. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Hit your notification bell. And if this isn't your message, but you know someone who can definitely benefit from the message, please pass it along and share. I'd be grateful. Okay, the divine loves you and I love you. Let's close out. At this time, divine, I ask that you continue to keep us with love, harmony, tranquility, prosperity, peace, protection, and respect, and good health and good wealth in our lives and all the time. Ashe and thank you. And until next time, you know what I love to say. Namaste.